What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of brothers for showing love. Salute to Kurt Dukes for the donation to the channel via the Cash App. Much respect to you for showing love. I also want to give a shout out to the brother James with the $10 donation via the Cash App. Says happy birthday to Raw. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for showing love. Also want to give a shout out to the brother Patrick Smith for the $25 donation via the Cash App. Says happy B-Day, brother to Raw. Salute to you. Thank you for showing love on my born day, which was Saturday now. But I wanted to get these out the way too. Still wanted to individually thank you guys for the donations. All right, so in the wake of Dan Hurley turning down the Connecticut Huskies coach Dan Hurley turning down the 6 year, $70 million contract to be the head coach, and ex-head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. The assumption is, or the presumption is, that JJ Redick returns as the front runner for the job. And it's been reported that JJ Redick has completed his interview for the position, and it's looked upon as him being the leading candidate to become the next head coach. Early reports stated that the Lakers organization would wait until after the NBA Finals to announce the next hire for the Lakers. And with Dan Hurley, as I said, turning down that job, it now looks like JJ Redick will get that position, unless there's some unforeseen or unbeknownst dark horse out there that people didn't know about. This is something I'm noticing, though. I'm noticing now all of a sudden, I keep hearing people talk about how this job is undesirable. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing people making excuses. Danny Green came out and said that the Lakers head coaching job is the toughest job in sports, more or less. I've seen other people say that the Lakers head coaching position is the toughest in sports. Now, see, this is what's going on now. And this is what's going to boil my blood. This is what's going to boil the blood of so many others following basketball. And this is why I'm sorry, but I lose more and more respect for LeBron Ramon James every day. Every day, it's to the point where I have virtually no respect for him. I don't even care when he does something that I guess people might find complimentary. I don't care. Because for every good thing he does about 5 or 50 smarmy, self-entitled, petty, and despicable acts. So I don't even care. You know, Satan was once an angel, right? So spare me. Look, it's interesting that nobody wanted to give Darvin Ham credit for anything. They held against him that he never was a head coach, even though he had years of assistant coaching experience. People always talked about him as if he didn't know anything about basketball. People who sit on their couches and don't know a thing about offenses or the intricacies of basketball would come on social media and tell Darvin Ham, who's been in the NBA scene for almost 20 years, tell him that he don't know anything about basketball. Right? Then LeBron does all these optical antics for the cameras, showing his displeasure, disrespecting Darvin Ham the entire season, to the point where he had his teammates doing it. His teammates was doing it. Now all of a sudden for JJ Redick, I'm seeing the expectations being lowered now. I'm seeing the clutch machine in operation. Now all of a sudden, this is the most undesirable position in coaching in sports. JJ is taking on a monumental task. But if he fails, hey, the job is tough. And for the first time, you might even start hearing people say, well, this roster is not really good. No, every year. Remember last year I tell you this was the deepest Lakers team ever, which was baloney. Only to have the same narrative when the team underperforms, LeBron has no help. Oh, woe is LeBron. But you might not hear it this time. This time it's going to start from the get-go that the roster isn't very good. So when JJ Redick, if he is going to be the next head coach, when the team starts off 7-12 or whatever the case may be, well, I mean, it's to be expected. I mean, the team just isn't that good. But we can enjoy LeBron putting up numbers. And JJ, you can't blame JJ. We're going to blame some player, presumably the third wheel, or this might be the year they blame Anthony Davis. This might be the year Anthony Davis just completely just loses it and breaks and wants to demand a trade. Either it's going to be Anthony Davis or some other guy who's considered the third wheel that they always point the finger at. That's what's coming, in my opinion. If they don't trade away some of the other pieces. But that's what I think is coming, y'all. I think what's coming is that they're going to try their best to tamper down expectations for next year because, that's LeBron's boy right there, JJ Redick. That's his boy. And by the way, it's not just because LeBron is fond of JJ. Because, in my opinion, if JJ does become the next head coach, in some ways, LeBron will be the de facto coach of the team. JJ's the face, but LeBron is the de facto head coach. But, as we all know, he'll be insulated from any criticism. That's going to be going to everyone else. But anyway, that's just my take on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. That's why I think it's happening now. And I'm seeing it throughout, not social, excuse me. I'm seeing throughout the people in the media ranks. They're already making excuses for a position that has always been one of the most desired, one of the most lucrative in NBA history. Now all of a sudden become a job that no one wants. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.